Hey guys, welcome to another video. So in this video, we will look at one more vulnerability named as Open URL redirection vulnerability. So we'll understand what exactly Open URL redirection is, why does this vulnerability happens, and what are the different way to test this particular vulnerability. We'll also look at what are the different way to bypass this Open URL redirection, and then finally we will see what are the mitigation steps that can be taken for preventing this URL redirection vulnerability. So please watch this complete video to get idea about all those things. So I'll also talk about different payloads that can be used, what are the possible parameter when you can look for this particular vulnerability and everything. So let's get started. So what exactly is a URL redirection or uniform resource locator redirection? So typically you would have seen like after getting login, you are typically getting redirected to either to home page, or let's say after clicking on something, let's say advertise says like click here to go to XYZ website, and you will be see some of the like interesting information, or let's say the movie tickets confirm and other thing. So in those cases, this particular URL direction are very handful for a developer. So what they do basically is they will send a request to another domain, by sending like URL parameter, let's say like redirect, or let's say forward, or things like go to and other thing. And instead of this go to parameter, it will be only holding the value of the URL that they want to redirect. So let's say something like xyz.com or abc.com URL. Now, status code for this particular URL redirection is following 302 or 303 and all those things, right? So you can, if you see some of these parameter which I'm going to highlight you right here, you will see these are the possible parameter where you can have this particular vulnerability. So this is how exactly a URL redirection will look like, and the list of popular parameters which are typically vulnerable to URL redirection are these many. Like you will have directly slash, you will have something like next, you will have something like URL equal to, target equal to, some of the places where you can basically inject the payload or the URL of the third party website. Now the developer, as I said, they have meant for this URL redirection for their own page or maybe their own successful page or something like that. But being an attacker, you take advantage of that, and instead of redirecting the user to the home page or let's say successful page, you redirect them to the malicious website where you can control. Basically, there are a lot of things that can happen with URL direction, starting from phishing to all those various attack. But we will not talk about those impact. Probably we'll see or learn this methodology how to perform testing first. So I've taken this particular example URL. Like this BWeb application, which is quite good for explaining this particular vulnerability. So over here you could see that's me of B, and if you see this blog, it says like Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever you want to redirect this user. So I'll just select, let's say, Twitter, and I've just intercepted this traffic. So I'll just click on this Burp Suite and simply click on over here Beam. Now, if you could see here, interestingly, this is a GET request and this is the URL. As I told you, there are different parameters. Those can be tested for URL direction. These are the possible parameters. So over here, we have this something known as URL equal to, and this is where it is taking me to this twitter.com. If you could see the HTTP, now to easiest way to figure it out is to just simply copy it and go to decoder, because you would have got confused by looking at this percentage 3a and other thing. So this is where it is basically taking me to or redirecting me to. Now what I want, being an attacker, I will inject here instead of twitter.com, why don't you take me to this google.com. So I'm just going to show you a simple example. So you will say http colon double slash www.google.com, and let's go ahead and forward this particular request. And as if you could see that the host is changed to now to google.com, and the status code, if you go back to the history, there also you will see the status code is 302, and the response value you will see that 302 found, and typically the location will contain where exactly it is taking you or redirecting you to. So if you see here it is redirecting to google.com, so I'll simply turn off the interception. It will basically take me to this google.com page, right? So I'll just have to accept it, and this is where it took me. So this is a simple example where you can basically try for URL redirection attack by following this simple step. Like wherever you see this redirect URL equal to something something, you can just click on or provide the google.com. Most of the time people use google.com only. Of course, you can try any other website if you want, like Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and see whether your application basically redirect you to there or not, right? So let's go ahead and see few more variations of this particular URL redirection attack. So what I am going to show you is basically typically testing methods that I use or most of the people use basically while they look for this URL direction vulnerability. So if you see, I just clicked on here and it is redirecting me to this particular URL. Now some of the testing payloads or methods that you can try out is, first of all, let's remove this entire parameter, and instead of URL equal to, what you say is like you'll put a single slash. Let's say the basic methodology is to try with www.google.com. Don't even try for HTTP, HTTPS for the first level while you're testing for this. Now over here you see it is still redirecting you to google.com. So this is one of the way. The second way is people typically use is HTTP colon double slash and see whether the URL directing you to this particular domain or not. So again, if you see, it is redirecting you, which is again successful redirection. Now if this method didn't work properly, so if this method didn't work properly, then what you could do is you just pay as HTTPS and then try whether it is redirecting it or not. Again, it is going successful, which means we can perform this URL redirection attack. Right now, there are a few more cases that you can also try. If I have told you, you can try this single, double slash. Sometimes this also work. Again, which will take you to this URL direction google.com. In our case, also you can try for single slash. That will also work for redirecting you. Now, most of the typical why this thing happen, because sometimes the developer fix some of this stuff, like they only allowed HTTP or they only allow HTTPS and all those things. So that way you will be actually bypassing all those protection for concluding to an XSS. Now another interesting way, which again most of the people use, is instead of like providing this direct value. So let me take you this one of the example. So let's say I'm just saying this particular example, instead of providing HTTPS colon double slash, what will they do is they basically go ahead and convert it to or encode it as an URL, and this is what it sees, like it's not a simple HTTP and other thing, and then provide this value over here. Now let's go ahead and try this and see whether that particular thing is working or not. So what I have done, basically I have taken a the particular same payload and made an URL encoding and forwarding this particular request, right? You could see that it still again redirect you to the same google.com, right? Now most of the time people also do is like they double URL encode it and then bypasses, depending on the fixes the developer typically apply, and see whether they can still perform any URL direction or not. So let's go ahead and try over the same test cases. So I'll just simply click on proxy, click on beam, and what I'm going to do is, instead of URL parameter, I'm providing this double encoded parameter and see whether this particular URL direct me to this google.com or not. Now, if you could see here, this was not successful because the application is only performing one time like decoding. So that's why it brings the same particular value. But in your case, it might work, right? So this is one of the basic idea behind to show you is that sometimes the double unit encoding works, sometimes the single URL encoding work, sometimes even the base 64 encoding also work for bypassing some of the protection. So what the attacker will do basically is, instead of this, they will say simply say like this, encode as base 64, and he will provide this particular value, and if this things goes, then also you will have this URL detection bypass. Let's go ahead and try this. Again, it might success, it might not, but you need to understand the methodology rather than the payload, right? That is more important. Now over here I have just simply replaced with base 64 encoded value and see whether the URL detection or not. Over here it is not converting. So yeah, you might have some of the failure cases, you might have some of the successful case. So you need to try all these variations to reach to a successful successful way to bypass the URL direction. Now, some of the people might ask, like, can we convert the URL direction to a XSS? Yes, in some of the cases it is possible. Probably, I will say you one of the simple payload that you can try. Let's say is this one. So, if you see somewhere URL direction, you should also try out for this particular payload, which sometime it works, right? It doesn't always work, but sometime it works. This kind of payload, because it will cause and same XSS. This is one of the payload I have already discussed about, like the URL format inside the HTTP response, where you can try out this kind of payload. So you can try out this payload. It might work for you again if you are lucky enough. Now, few people also ask, like, from file uploading, URL direction, and other things. So uploading a file and causing an URL redaction and XSS. So I'll talk about that maybe during the file upload vulnerability testing, or maybe while we are talking about the chaining of different vulnerability, which will help you further. So I'm going to post a lot of videos related to different pen testing tutorial or maybe methodology that most of the time different hackers follow or different security researchers follow to find a particular vulnerability. Guys, these are the foolproof method for finding the vulnerability. If you follow the methods, depending on the application behavior, you will end up finding some of the vulnerability. So as I said you earlier, I have already showed you different parameter like destination, redirect URI, redirect. These are the parameter where you will have 90% of time URL redirection. So you should check for URL redirection for all this parameter. Now for your benefit only, if I tell you like if you find a URL redirection, try for XSS also if you can. If it is you are lucky enough, then you will get that also. So I have just explained you different methodology that I use or most of the people use for pen testing URL detection. I hope you have got something or some idea. So please go ahead and do subscribe. If you have any query or anything, do write in the comment box. I'll definitely try answer. And thanks for watching. Have a nice day.